One of the key things that an English teacher will get you to do when you're trying to improve your spoken English is ask why or add because to your sentence. Why did you feel that way? Why did it happen? Because I, because they, because what was the reason? But because can be overused, and especially if you are at an intermediate to advanced level and using English in the workplace, you sometimes need to send long explanations or give presentations. Maybe a product needs to be changed. You didn't meet your sales targets. You are running behind on a deadline, or you need to change up the team members. Often when this happens, you will find yourself needing to explain and use the word because over and over again in a very short piece of text. If this sounds like you, keep watching this video because I'm going to give you 12 other words, other conjunctions you can use instead of because. Hi, if you are new here, my name is Catherine. I'm a business English teacher. If you are not new here, nice to see you again. I'm glad you could join the lesson today. And I hope, as always, you enjoy this video and learn something new. I'm going to start with some really easy swaps. So these can be used in replace of because. You don't need to change the sentence, and you can use it in informal and formal situations. As and since have the same meaning as because. So where you would originally say, I can't meet Friday's deadline because I don't have the sales figures yet, you can say, I can't meet the deadline as I don't have the sales figures yet, or I can't meet Friday's deadline since I don't have the sales figures yet. As a result of. Now, as a result of is a very nice one to use. Let's say typically you would be saying, unfortunately at this time, I will not be taking your application any further as a result of the feedback we got from your interview. Because of the feedback we got from your interview, as a result of. So you use it the same way you use because, as a result of. As a result of this, the ending of the sentence, this is what happened. We are not able to give you any KPIs as a result of our system failing this week, or our system having some problems this week. For that reason, now this one is interesting because you have to swap the sentence around. So whereas usually you would say, we didn't see your email because our system was down, this one you swap it round. You start with the reason and you end with the outcome of that reason. Our system was down this week. For that reason, we didn't see your email. So you use it the same way as because, but you have to swap the sentence round. So you start with the reason. And for that reason, this. I am fully booked with students this week. For that reason, I was unable to get an extra video recorded. Instead of the sentence being, I was unable to film a third video this week because. Do you see? The sentence swaps round. Now, through, used in the way of because, is used to mean because of this or because of that. It's not used as just the word because. So it would be, here's something we found, and through this, because of this, this is our action. So for example, we collected lots of data from our target audience. Through this, we can see they would prefer the product to be more affordable. We have had a long and in-depth hiring process. Through this, we can see our salary expectations do not meet the expectations of the candidates. It's like, this is something we have done, we have tried, we have seen, and because of this, through this, because of this information or experiment or experience, these are our findings, this is our outcome. Owing to. Owing to is quite a nice one to use. So an example for you, Sarah was promoted to a managerial position owing to her outstanding performance. So because of her outstanding performance, owing to her outstanding performance. Students now have access to free education owing to a change in government policy. Now note, with owing to, you can also start a sentence with owing to, but you have to start with the reason and then the outcome. So you kind of swap the sentence around. Owing to governmental policy change, students have access to free education. Owing to Sarah's outstanding performance, she was promoted to a managerial position. So you can use it in the middle of the sentence and also at the beginning of a sentence. For the sake of, we use in the same way as because, and again, like owing to, it can be used at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. So an example, prioritizing self-care and taking regular breaks for the sake of your well-being and mental health is important in the workplace. So because of, and as I said, we can swap it round. So we can start with for the sake of your well-being and mental health, it is important to take regular breaks and prioritize self-care. We are trying to hire people based on their experience, not their gender, for the sake of gender equality in the workplace. So because we want to improve gender equality in the workplace, we are doing this. And it can be swapped around. For the sake of gender equality, we are hiring people based on their experience and not based on their gender. Now, the next four I'm going to give you are quite good for business English. So if you're here because of English for the workplace or business English, take note of these ones. The first one is considering. Now, as I'm sure you know, considering means to think about, to consider something or someone. But in this context, it's in place of because. So for example, I had a lot of outgoing costs this month. Considering this, I will not be able to go on a trip on the weekend. So because of this, considering what I've just said, thinking about what I've just said, I can't do this. She couldn't attend the meeting considering she was too unwell. So because she was too unwell. He missed the train considering he overslept. Now, again, you can use this at the beginning of a sentence, and it's a very nice way to introduce an idea or a negative outcome. So, for example, considering how badly our sale went on the weekend, we will be continuing it into next week. Or considering your poor performance yesterday, I want you to contact every client today and invite them to our event. So you can start it at the beginning of a sentence, but again, use it to replace because. On the grounds that. Now this is quite formal. This is used often in legal terms, but there's nothing to say you can't use it in your emails or your work presentations. We couldn't go through with the project on the grounds that it went against our morals, or we couldn't contact the client on the grounds that they didn't leave us their right number. I didn't agree to the position on the grounds that they were offering less than I was expecting. Typically on the grounds that is used, as I said, in a legal way, because the grounds to punish someone, the reason for punishing someone is this. But it sounds very nice in emails, it comes across very formal, it comes across very professional. So definitely write this one down and try and use it in your emails. Thanks to. Now, thanks to is interesting because in informal situations, you can use this as a negative or to highlight a negative. And it's kind of seen as sarcastic and funny, kind of poking fun at someone. But if you use thanks to in a negative way in formal situations, it can come across very arrogant, very rude, very sarcastic. So let me give you an example. Let's say my friend and I are going to the cinema and their driving is so bad that we miss the start of the film. I can say, we didn't see the whole movie thanks to your bad driving. Now, this person is my friend and was there, so it's an in-joke, it's a private joke between us, and it's kind of sarcasm, saying, because of you, thanks to you, we missed the movie. If I was to use that in a formal setting, that could cause offense. So try and only use this in a formal setting if you are genuinely thankful for someone's help or expertise. I was only able to fulfill that order thanks to your amazing time management skills. We were able to finish this product thanks to good management and teamwork. So you're actually thanking someone or a group of someone's for something. So thanks to is great in formal situations, but only used in a positive. In informal situations, and especially with British people, because we love sarcasm, you can use it as a negative and a positive. But make sure you have a good relationship with the person first, because if you're unsure how they will react to sarcasm, it could come across as offensive. And our last one today, in the interest of. Now, with this one, you're saying you want to do this, create this, change this, implement this, whatever this is, because of these reasons. And typically those reasons are quite impactful. So for example, let's say you run an environmentally friendly company and a client wants you to create something with harmful products or toxic products. You could say, we will not be continuing this product in the interest of our reputation and our values. So what you're saying is, we are not continuing this project because of our reputation and our values, but in the interest of is like, we want to protect these. We want to protect our reputation and our values, so we will not go ahead with this. We are prioritizing or putting our reputation first before the amount of money you are going to pay us for this contract. Let me give you another example. We will be releasing all financial statements at the end of this month in the interest of transparency and accountability. Now, if you're not sure what accountability means, go and check out this video. I go through accountability in my business vocab video. So again, in this example, we want to be transparent and we want to be accountable and we want to protect our transparency and accountability and the reputation we have as a business. So we will be releasing all financial reports so everyone can see how the company is doing. In the interest of you're protecting yourself or your company or business, we will be launching new protocol in the interest of health and safety. So to protect people and protect our level of health and safety, we will be doing this. I know I said that one was the last one, but I'm going to give you one more because I really like this one and I got excited and upset that I couldn't put it in the video. So, to counterbalance. Now, this is a fantastic word. It doesn't necessarily mean because, but as it suggests, you've got a balance, you've got a scale, and maybe your scale is wonky because something has happened. Maybe your client is unhappy with the quality of the product. Or maybe your graphic design team is taking too long and you won't meet the deadline. Instead of giving an excuse and saying, because of this, blah, 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 you can say, unfortunately, we won't meet the deadline set. To counterbalance this and your solution, what can you do? What can you do to help that person, to improve the relationship? I'm so sorry the order wasn't fulfilled on time. To counterbalance this, we will offer you 10% off your next order. The team is one person short. To counterbalance this, I will do overtime. It's like, this is our problem, but I'm going to solve it, or this is my solution I'm suggesting. So it's not used the same way as because, but instead of giving excuses every time, you can just go straight to the solution. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I really look forward to our next session together. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and have a fantastic week. And I will see you next time. Bye.